Hi guys, my name is Nathaniel Agoye and welcome to the Prototype Lifestyle. For today I just want to talk about lower back pain and what are the causes of lower back pain. When you actually struggle with lower back pain, a lot of people think it has a lot to do with the back. Believe it or not, it doesn't always have to. Sometimes it could just be what's happening over here in the hips, it could be what's happening in the knees, a lot of different factors. But life happens to be one of them. We live in a very specialized world. We live in a world where people are very good at what they do, and because they're very good at what they do, they end up usually doing the same things over and over again. That could be sitting all the time, that could be standing all the time, that could be twisting in the same fashion all the time, bending down all the time, but that's it. Living in a specialized world, doing the same things over and over again and getting very specialized at this. It could even be sports. So typically, the causes of lower back pain sometimes stem from injury, but aside from injury, if there's no injury, there's no trauma to the lower back, then it could be as a result of work or your life. It could also be as a result of sports. Like I said, if you play soccer, you play hockey, you get very specialized at what you do, especially if you play at a high level or you're always doing it a few times a week. Another way you can actually struggle with lower back injury or lower back pain is from sitting all the time and from standing all the time, but overall also incorrect movement patterns. So twisting wrong, bending wrong, all those things, picking up things wrong, all of those things contribute to lower back pain. So now that you know what causes lower back pain, how do you address or fix lower back pain? Well, that's good news because I'm actually going to show you a few stretches that should actually help open up some areas. It could be in your hips, it could be in your lower back, it could be in your upper back, but it will definitely help free you up, improve your movement, improve your posture, and also take a little bit of stress away from your lower back pain and eventually ease up the pain so you don't have to be dependent on medication or you don't have to feel like you're doomed to deal with that pain for the rest of your life. And without taking too much time, I'm going to demonstrate the stretch right now. Come and plant one foot in front of you. You want to make sure your hips are squared. So you don't want to be hiking to one side. Make sure your hips are squared towards the front. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to push my hips forward. I'm going to go into a posterior tilt. So I'm going to tuck my hips and push forward. And I'm going to hold. I can feel a nice stretch right now. So right now I'm stretching out my right side, I can feel a nice stretch. I'm going to hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then, after staying here for about 10 to 15 seconds, my arm is just going to come overhead. And then I'm going to reach towards this side. Right now I can feel the stretch a whole lot more. And as I'm reaching, I want you to think of pushing. So I'm actually trying to push my right hand into an imaginary wall. And you guys can hear this from my voice that it's a little bit in there. And that's it. You're going to hold for about 10 to 15 seconds. Relax. So once again, you want to make sure your hips are square towards the front. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to go into a posterior tilt. So I'm going to go into a posterior tilt. So glutes are engaged, nice and tight. Hamstrings as well too. I can feel the stretch right now. I'm going to hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then I'm going to reach my arm up and then extend. So that stretch that I just showed you, the hip flexor stretch, if you're new to it, I would say hold each position for about 10 to 15 seconds and do it about 2 to 3 times. If your hips are not that tight or you definitely want to get deeper into the stretch, I'd recommend holding it for minimum 30 seconds. You can do the same thing for about 2 to 3 times per side. The exercise I'm demonstrating right now is the figure 4. To begin, you're just going to lie down and cross one foot across the other knee. You're going to reach inside and grab the back of the thigh of the foot that's planted on the floor. Make sure your back is nice and straight. Breathe out and pull your knee close into you. You should feel a nice stretch. To get deeper into the stretch, what you're going to do is take one hand off of the thigh, push it on the other knee, push the other knee away from you. This next exercise is called the lying piriformis stretch. This is a good stretch for your piriformis. You're going to lie down and grab one knee, breathe out and pull the knee towards the opposite shoulder. So you're crossing your left knee to your right shoulder or your right knee to your left shoulder. Hold for 10 to 30 seconds.
This is the seated variation. So to do the seated variation, you're going to have one leg extended and you're going to grab the opposing knee. You're going to grab that knee and pull it to the opposite shoulder. So right now I am stretching my right side because I'm pulling my right knee to my left shoulder. As you can see, my foot is crossed over the thigh. I'm going to sit and hold for 10 to 30 seconds. The next exercise I'm demonstrating right now is the child's pose. Sit back on your heels. Have your arms extended in front of you, breathe out and press them into the floor. This is a seated variation done with an exercise ball. So for those who have restricted ankle mobility or who have hip issues, tight hip flexors, this would be a very great substitute.
So if you do those stretches a few times a day, a few times a week, it doesn't have to be all the stretches, it just has to be a few of those stretches, a couple times a day, a couple times a week, you're going to notice an improvement in your lower back health. Your hips will be healthier, your back will be healthier, and you'll be a lot happier. And the best part about this is it's going to improve the overall quality of your life. If you have any questions, please leave one in the comment. Don't forget to like the video and also visit theprototypelifestyle.com.